Okay, just putting our lintels on. See, we've got them all level, and we're just going to sight them on now, and then we want to get our wall plate across here, across there, and then break into, as I said on Saturday, to break into the ring. We're all level through now, so let me just show you. Level. So we'll bed these on, and then we'll come back to you when we bed on the wall plate. Okay, and then these have a cavity tray over with weepers in, and we'll do that and show you that as well. Okay, what we're doing now is just eyeing through the wall plate. Ben is just looking down to see if there are any warps or bends in the timber, so that we can place that down bank so that the hump is up in the air. Right, what I'm doing now is exposing the original wall plate. We're pulling the tiles off and finding where that old wall plate is. Let me just show you now. Find the existing wall plate, which is a 4x2 or 50 by 100, and we've got to put a 4x3 on, 75mm by 100mm, and so we've got measured through, found the plate there. Measured through and then measured down. We've got our 3 75mm plus a bed. So now that's ready for our wall plate. Okay, and we're going to do that any minute now. I'll just finish off these little bits. Take that there. So we'll come back to you in a minute when we bed this on. Really good bed on. Press it into that. Okay, what I'm doing now is just bedding the wall plate into the mortar and feeling at the top of the existing wall plate and to see if the new one is flush with the top of it, and then we can level through from there. Put it high so you can actually tap it down so that it squeezes into the compo. Okay, that's why we put a big bed on and knock it down, and then it grips the compo. You wondered why I was putting a big bed on. Okay. making sure we're not... The reason why I'm putting the level through crosswise is to make sure that the wall plate is flat, because when you put your bird's mouths down onto the wall plate, if the wall plate is not flat and twisted, then you're not going to get a good accurate seating onto that wall plate. So we're going to put a laser level on it, rotate a laser level, transfer the levels across to there. We've got to bed that one on, haven't we? And that one is completely flush with that one, as you can see. And then we're going to transfer this level across to there, making sure, because there might be a slight bow in this wall plate, so we're taking it from them, roughly from them nearer into the roof, and transfer it back across to there. So we'll do that now. Perfect. Perfecto. Spot on with these things. Okay, so we'll strap these down now. Make sure they're all square, and then we've got to make sure that we're square with each one, so one's not twisting off of it. All helps for your roof. Okay, wall plates are on. There we go. Secured into the roof there, strapped on down here, and then had to make the guttering temporary. So there we go. Let that set for a bit. We'll probably drill in and let it go off. Right, there we go. We've got all our other materials arrived now. We've got our timbers have come. Nice one. We're going to be starting the rafters and getting our C-cuts in and getting our ridge board in. That's Ben's job now, so we'll get on with that. Okay, as we said, this is the next day. We are now bolting down our wall plates. This secures it and stops them from moving when you put your rafters on. Rafters tend to push them outwards, so it's good to anchor them down solid. What Ben's doing here is just marking out onto the wall plate where the rafters go, so that he knows the spacings as he goes along, and he will do that on the ridge board too.
I'm just trying to get it equal each side, so when I'm laddering, it'll be equal. Yeah, so I marked out the wall plates where everything needs to be for the gable ends and that, and I'm just basically copying off the wall plates onto the ridge board, so when I put the rafters in there'll be a line, so it's square and all that. Because you don't want to be pulling your rafters up and being like you want them straight, so mark it and it makes everything a lot easier.
What's this you doing?
Eh?
What's this you doing?
So I like to have a top line from the rafters, so I put a line through it, and the top of the rafter lines up with that, so everything's all level with the Revera ridge board, so it's not like bumpy. So I'm just doing the line now. I've done the other side as well, but it just helps me know where I'm putting the rafter, like how high up I want it. So we've got our scarving joint marked out. We're cutting this out, this section, and on the other ridge board, because they're going to join together, we're going to basically trace this one onto the other one, which is the best way, instead of measuring it, because it has gaps and all that. So I'll cut this, trace it onto the other ridge board, and then later I'll show you them going together with the wedge in the middle. Battery's a bit dead.
Hey?
Battery needs charging.
Okay. Plus it's damp wood, isn't it?
Okay. So arm's cut. Going to transfer that onto the other one. I'll come back to you when I'm tracing it over and that.
Right.
So put it over, make sure it's in line, and then trace it out and cut it again. But with wood, you always want, so when you look down it, you always want the top curve to be facing down, because over time it will straighten out the weight. It's basically on everything that is. So
So how do you get this? What's the dimensions for this?
So basically what you do for the scarving joints is you measure the width, you times that by 3, and that'll give you the length of the scarving joint, basically. So I've left the notch in for the wedges. So what we're going to do now is basically half them and then cut them, and then the wedge will fit in, bang them in, we'll pull them together. Alright, so we'll put them together now, wedge them in. I'll show you that in a minute.
Ben is now making the wedge to bring them together. Using an off-cut piece of wood, he cuts the wedges.
Just get it like that. Block them in. Should put it together.
So in effect, this is the plan when it's up as a ridge board, and then we're putting the wedges in as Ben is showing you now. This is just as a demonstration of what will happen when it's up in the air. So that's what you call a scarving joint, and now the rafters will be cut and we'll show you putting the first part of the ridge in next. These wedges, as you knock them in, tighten it together, and there you've got a continuous long run of ridge board. That's the idea. Okay, as you can see up at the top, we have taken the tiles out, exposed the rafter that's coming down, so that our ridge board will go into that rafter there, and it's all in line to the center of the extension. So that's what we're going to be doing in a minute. Ben is currently putting together the scarving joint here.
So when doing the scarving joint, you measure the width, and the scarving joint length is basically from there to there is 3 times the width, and yeah, so basically when you have a you basically want the scarving joint to be 2 inch. So this is 2 inch, so you want something like the same width. So you put it across like that, and that's how you mark it. So basically I've gone 2 inch down, and basically gone diagonal 2 inch there as well, gone diagonal there, and then you draw out your scarving joint, and that gives you that there. And you want 2 inch for here where the wedge is going, so you draw out the 2 inch there, and then half it, so that when you put the wedges in, you pull it together. Yeah, so and when you come to the corners here, you want to put like a square up it, make it 90 with the diagonal cut there, make it 90, so it gets it pointing to there, and that's what holds it as well. Put it in line for us. I'm going to put one of the tires on top, just for extra caution. That's what I like doing, so then it'll last longer as well. Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to you when that's set up and we're putting it back into the roof. Marking for your overhang from your C-cut. And this is the template. What Ben's been doing here is marking up the rafter, the first rafter of the template, so you get this dead right and all the rest will spring off this one. This is the one they use as a cut that everything else comes off, so he takes his time to just get it right, and then all the rest will spring off it, come off it. What Ben's done here is made a gadget for his corner square. It clamps on and gets the angle. What he's doing now is the overhang, so that we can put our soffits on and fascia boards on. So it's about a 200mm overhang. Well, then we'll cut them properly, more accurately afterwards with a string line. This is where the soffit sits. Just a double check with his square. Double checking everything. All good to go for cutting. What's this joint? What's this joint?
It's the bird's mouth.
Ben's just cutting the bird's mouth. Got his Japanese saw. Very good, these are, and accurate, and great tool to use.
It's all on the pull.
Well, Ben says it's all on the pull. As you pull it up, it cuts. There we go. Nice neat cut. Now is the ridge, the thickness of the ridge to take into account.